2033, 2,000 years since the passion, death, and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Pope Leo XIV has set his heart on Jerusalem. He wants to kneel where Christ knelt, to commemorate the redemption at the very place it unfolded, and to do so with all Christians, together. It is the most ambitious ecumenical vision in a generation, a jubilee of the redemption that could advance the cause of Christian unity further than any council or document. But there is a massive, painful obstacle in the room, and it has nothing to do with the Catholic Church. The rift between the Russian Orthodox Patriarchate and the Patriarchate of Constantinople has paralyzed Orthodox participation in global ecumenism, and unless it heals, the 2033 Jubilee may be missing the largest Orthodox Church in the world. To understand this, you need to meet Father Franz Bowen. He's a missionary of the Society of Missionaries of Africa, the White Fathers, and he has lived in Jerusalem for over 40 years. He knows the Orthodox churches intimately, and his assessment is sobering. He says, Moscow currently refuses to participate in ecumenical meetings where Constantinople is present. This conditions its participation and that of the local churches aligned with it. Let's trace the wound. In 2018, Patriarch Bartholomew I of Constantinople granted autocephaly, self-governance, to the Orthodox Church of Ukraine, separating it from the centuries-old jurisdiction of the Moscow Patriarchate. Patriarch Kirill saw this as an unacceptable intrusion into his canonical territory. He broke Eucharistic communion with Constantinople. That rupture has only deepened with the Russian invasion of Ukraine and Kirill's support for the war. Father Bowen is clear, this is not a theological dispute, it is canonical and geopolitical. He explains, Russia considers Kiev to be the place of its baptism and its birthplace, and does not accept that it should come under another jurisdiction without its consent. Beneath that lies a deeper distrust of the West and, increasingly, of ecumenism itself. Now, this isn't just an internal Orthodox problem. It has direct consequences for Catholic ecumenism. When Pope Leo XIV traveled to Turkey in November 2025, he held an ecumenical meeting at the Mor Ephraim Syriac Orthodox Church in Istanbul. Representatives of the Eastern Orthodox Churches, Oriental Orthodox Churches, Anglican Communion, Lutheran World Federation, World Baptist Alliance, World Evangelical Alliance, and World Council of Churches were all present. The Russian Orthodox were absent. Cardinal Kurt Koch, prefect of the Dicastery for Promoting Christian Unity, explained why. Constantinople handled the invitations. They invited the four ancient patriarchates, Constantinople, Alexandria, Antioch, and Jerusalem, but not Moscow. Cardinal Koch said, the decision not to invite the largest Orthodox church in the world was theirs to make, and I respect the decision of the Orthodox. Respectful, yes, but the absence was deafening. So, what can be done? Father Bowen insists the path forward is synodal, patient, and spirit-led. He urges immediate action. Contacts must be established between the churches as soon as possible, working groups at both local and global levels, perhaps preparation in stages, as the Catholic Church did for the Jubilee of the year 2000. And he emphasizes Jerusalem itself. The Greek Orthodox Patriarch of Jerusalem is generally recognized as first among his brethren there. He must be involved from the beginning, because Jerusalem is not just a destination, it is the theological heart of the Jubilee. As Bowen says, Jerusalem is the place where these events took place. There is a profound insight here. The 2033 Jubilee was announced in the context of another great anniversary, the 1700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea in 325.
That council gave us the Nicene Creed, the profession of faith we still recite every Sunday. It belongs to us all, Catholic, Orthodox, Oriental, Protestant. It is common ground. From that shared foundation, we can look toward the saving events of Christ's life, passion, and resurrection. And then Bowen links this to a sacred memory. January 1964. Pope St. Paul VI made a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. It was the first time a pope had left Italy in over a century. He met ecumenical patriarch Athenagoras. He embraced. They prayed together. That kiss of peace became, in Bowen's words, an icon and a promise of the shared rediscovery and joint journey of our churches towards full communion. That promise remains unfulfilled, but it is not dead. We have 7 years until 2033. 7 years for geopolitics to shift, for wounds to heal, for the Spirit to move. Father Bowen says simply, let us have faith in the Spirit, who will accompany this pilgrimage and help us discern what is possible at each stage. Our task as Catholics who long for unity is to pray for that healing, to pray for Patriarch Kirill and Patriarch Bartholomew, to pray for Pope Leo's vision, and to remember that the road to Jerusalem is walked together or not at all.